Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. I will request you to bear me with the noise. It is unavoidable. Now, William Ruto's government has come out to prove to us that they've come out to add more debts in just first 6 months compared to Uhuru's first 6 months as the President of the Republic of Kenya. As we speak now, according to the data from National Treasury of the Republic of Kenya, has come out to expose William Ruto badly. Why am I saying that? I'm sorry for the noise. Sita avoid, wanapiga kelele, sita avoid, but you will bear me with. So President William Ruto's administration has come out to borrow 17.4 billion Kenya shillings, more than what was expected from them in just about 6 months of their government. I want to say very clear, as William Ruto has come out to borrow 17.4 billion Kenya shillings, more than his predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, in 6 months in office, this has come out to appending the plan to go slow on debt. Treasury data shows that the new administration has come out to tap loans worth 452 billion Kenya shillings in the just 6 months to March, which is more than Uhuru Kenyatta's 434 billion Kenya shillings that its predecessor borrowed in the same period a year earlier. Now, according to my expectation was that the Ruto's administration will cut a fresh borrowing by a large margin after committing to the people that they were not going to borrow like the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta. But the rise in spending under the bottom-up economic plan, which proposes to channel resources to sectors that can have a massive impact in creating jobs and wealth. As this come out to be something that is so confidential to them? No. It is not confidential even to them. That now, at the same time, they are assuring us that they are cutting the mentality of borrowing. At the same time, the reports are they are the regime that has come out to borrow more money than even other governments. So it is a clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, that William Ruto is facing a narrow fiscal space to roll out his policies after his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta. Increased public borrowing to fund infrastructure reports is that we are being told that William Ruto is so concerned on how he's going to cut off the borrowing the way he promised, which it is not an easy process as we speak now. Because at the same time, they don't understand to do with their government or their regime. At the same time, they are claiming that they are saving. At the same time, the reports are they are borrowing. At the same time, they are claiming that they are not borrowing. At the same time, civil servants are not being paid. At the same time, they are claiming no money. So, which kind of government are we dealing with? I'm sorry for the noise, please. Which kind of government are we dealing with? Is a government that when it comes to real structural economic process or economic plan is like humiliating them badly. One, they are unable to pay workers. As we speak now, about 12 counties, not 12 counties, about 12 ministries, the workers there hawajapata mshahara zao. Then it's showing a certain indication that, ladies and gentlemen, hata wakikopa mingi na waliahidi kwamba hawatakopa pesa, bado wanazidi kukopa. Na tunaambiwa kwamba hao kwa miezi 6 peke yake washakopa pesa nyingi kuliko hata vile Uhuru alikopa wakati aliingia serikalini. That is a clear indication. So as much as they are coming out to tell us that they are having good faith that the bottom-up economic model is going to succeed, I'm seriously doubting. Because there is a government that when it comes to real relayed structure of economy, it seems that some of them, even working with the government, for example, Musalia Mudavadi said very clear that he is having a clue on how the government is going to restructure the economic model. Mudavadi, same person, alikuja akasema bottom up model was not going to succeed before he joined William Ruto, na akasema kwamba hiyo model ni kama kuinamisha chupa hivi, kuinamisha chupa hivi, bottom up. Akainamisha chupa vizuri. I think that video trended across the social media. And the truth is, as much as Musalia Mudavadi came out saying that, he came out joining the team and he knew that this model was not going to function. But at the same time, Ndii, who is economic advisor of William Ruto, is still saying that that economic model is going to succeed. The same Ndii aliwahi kukaribishwa Rwanda to be like an advisor of economic model in Rwanda. Alifukuzwa. Kwanza model yenye alipeleka huko Rwanda never succeeded. So yeye alifukuzwa huko kwa sababu hiyo model yao ilikuwa inafanya kazi. Is this model of Ndii going to succeed? Because we are being told that this model is for Ndii, who is forcing it to succeed in the regime of William Ruto. So I think as much as Kenya's debt increased more than even 6 months, William Ruto must be very careful, because the surge in liabilities is going to left our country at a high risk of debt distress, according to the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF. But Kenya has come out to insist that it cannot default on the debt repayment obligations, and that is according to David Ndii. But again, I want you to understand that recurrent spending dropped by 4 billion to 542 billion when the Ruto and Kenyatta presidency are compared, while developing expenditure, fell by 32.7 billion Kenyan shillings to 106.7 billion Kenyan shillings. But the 6 months have seen the Ruto administration commit more cash to loan repayment, underlining the burden of the ballooning public debt. Kenya has come out to pay 578.4 billion Kenyan shillings to service the debt in the first 6 to March, compared to 501 billion in a similar period a year earlier during the Kenyatta era. But Ruto earlier said the government should never borrow to finance recurrent expenditure, adding the market could not sustain the kind of borrowing. So what is happening? What is happening with William Ruto? If recurrent expenditure normally it includes civil servants' salaries, domestic and foreign travel, and fuel cost for the government fleet of vehicles. But in 6 months, William Ruto team raised 928.1 billion Kenyan shillings in taxes, compared to his predecessor that was 866 billion. Then it means William Ruto's regime walisanya pesa mingi. Serikali ya Ruto in 6 months wamesanya tax ya 928.1 billion Kenya shillings. But Uhuru Kenyatta wali collect 866.3 billion. Ya nani ni mingi? It is William Ruto. Inamaanisha Ruto, serikali ya Ruto about 6 months wamesanya 928.1 billion Kenya shillings. 928.1 billion Kenya shillings compared to Uhuru 866. But Uhuru Kenyatta managed to pay even workers and the government resumed normally. But when you look William Ruto, the same problem. William Ruto is claiming that pesa hakuna. Huyu William same amekopa pesa more than 17 point something billion Kenya shillings. So who is telling us the truth? So for me, I think the model of William Ruto's bottom-up economy is not going to work. Huyu mtu anawadanganya ati hii model inaenda kwa. Alifukuzwa Rwanda kama model ya economy ya huko aliharibu. Akafukuzwa. Ndia will not succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye. Till you meet on another video.